안녕하세요. 한국언니예요. Hello everyone. This is koreanlanguage who makes learning Korean fun and easy. Welcome to my channel. And today we're going to look at the Korean school system. All right, let's get started. The first ever school system we go to is 어린이집. 어린이집. 어린이 means kid and 집 means house. 어린이집 is the one that kids above 1 year old go. This is the first ever, community place that kids go to. 어린이집. Next one we go to is 유치원. 유치원. 유치원, we start going to 유치원 when we are 5. 유치원, right? And the trend here in Korea now is there is another option going to the 영어 유치원. 영어 means English. So it's an English 유치원 because parents think, yes, it is better to learn English in an early age so that they can get used to the language quickly and easily. Actually, I am the first generation 영어 유치원 졸업생. I graduated from 영어 유치원 as well. And when I went to 영어 유치원 was not like a popular thing. So my mom was like a pioneer of sending me to these kind of schools. So maybe that's why I can speak English. And then next one, the official school system that starts is primary school or elementary school is 초등학교. 초등학교, right? 초등학교, we start going from age 8, and this age is all, the standard is Korean age, not international age, right? If you want to know the international age, just -1 or 2 from Korean age. So know that this 8 to 13 is Korean age, so in your international age system, it should be your starting school at 6 or 7, right? And 초등학교 grading system is, it starts from 1st grade to 6th grade. So we have 6 grades in 초등학교, elementary school, and you start from grade 1, and we say 1학년, grade 1, and then 2학년, 3학년, 4학년, 5학년, 6학년. If you don't know about the Sino-Korean numbers counting system, then you can go watch my very, very, very old video about numbers. Okay, so 이래서 6학년 is 초등학교. When you become 6학년, you graduate from 초등학교. Also in 초등학교, there's 공립 초등학교 and 사립 초등학교. Same for all these 중학교 and 고등학교, right? 공립 are public schools. These are public schools. And 사립 is private. Right. So this you can select. You can select if you want to send your kids to public school or private schools. Next, after you graduate your 초등학교, you go to 중학교. Now, 중학교 is literally translated to middle school because 중 means middle in Chinese character. And this is also easy to remember if you want some Chinese character lesson. 중 means middle, and it literally looks like in the middle. This is how you write 중, Chinese. Draw a square, and then just a line between that in the middle. Then this is the Chinese character for 중. In Korean, we read it like this, and in Chinese, we read it like 종, right? Anyways, that was a quick Chinese character lesson, 한자 lesson. So 중학교 means middle school, and we have 3 grades from Korean age 14 to 16. So we have 1학년, 2학년, 3학년, right? And there's a saying, have you ever heard of 중2병? 중2병? 중2병. So this is 중 number 2 병 because 중2 is a short word of 2학년, 중학교 2학년, right? 중학교 2학년 병. Now this is when like puberty strikes. What? 15 years old in Korean age, so 13 to 14 in your age, puberty strikes and like their confidence level and like, or they go through some real heavy stuff in their life. That happens, you know. I went through that. You probably went through that. Maybe you haven't, but it's quite universal. So we call that 중2병, 중학교 2학년 병, right? There's also something like 국제중학교, international middle schools. My brother went to 국제중학교. There's one in Jeju. My brother went to 국제중학교 in Jeju. And there's one in international schools in Yongsan and some other areas. Normally, you go to 중학교 near your home, right? That's normally where you go to. Next, after you graduate 중학교, then you go to 고등학교. 고등학교 is high school, right? 고등학교, high school. Finally, when you go to 고등학교 in Korea, you decide whether if you are going to further your studies related to literature, so that's 문과, or whether you're going to further your studies in science and mathematics, something about numbers. So then you choose 이과. So if you want to be a doctor, then you choose 이과, or engineering, stuff like that. If you want to, be a diplomat, lawyer, something like that, then you choose 문과. It might feel a little unfair that you have to choose what you want to pursue in a pretty early age. I don't know, but yeah, usually that. And 이과 has more to study. I was 문과, as you can imagine. I don't really like math. I'm not really a big fan of math. And also in 고등학교, there are many types of 고등학교. You can choose to go to 고등학교 if you want to. For example, there's 특목고, which is a shortened version of 특수 목적 고등학교, which means special purpose high school. And this is for kind of elite kids like me. I went to 특목고, you know. And they have 외고 for 문과, foreign language high schools, and 과고, 과학고등학교, science special, I don't know the full English name for this. 과고 for 이과, science high school. So you can choose to go here, but not everybody can go. They have a test. It used to be very competitive in my days. I never knew that I would become an adult who says this. You have broader range of choice where to go. All right, so now finally you graduate from your high school. 고등학교 졸업. Oh, by the way, graduate is 졸업. 졸업 means graduation. So after you graduate from your high school, then you go to what? 대학교. Now, 대학교 is college, university. University is 대학교. And most of the times college, we call them 전문대, 전문대학교. And 전문대학교 are shorter, 2 years. And university, 4 years. Also, if you go to 의대, what is the name for this? Medical school, then it's longer than 4 years. You know, it's the university system is quite universal, so you know what it's like. And then you can choose to, if you want to stay in academia, then you can go to your graduate schools. 대학원. This is how we call 대학원, graduate schools, and they have what? Masters, 석사, and doctors. Doctor degree, 박사, right? So if you're a doctor, then we call them 박사. Like 김 박사님, Dr. Kim, or 문 박사님, Dr. Moon, right? Okay, so I think we went over all the Korean school system, and here I wrote SCF. These are 학원 and 과외. That is quite common in Korea. You know, Korean parents and students can be they're quite serious about their education. So there are so many things that they do extracurricularly outside of official school system, and they include 학원, which are what? It's translated as cram schools. But there are many different types of 학원s. Of course, there's cram schools, like always studying, like kind of memorizing stuff. But I remember I went to some good 학원s, like debate 학원s. Also, there are so many different types of 학원s, like creativity 학원s, writing 학원s, like science experiment 학원s, also piano 학원s, violin 학원s, all kinds of stuff. If you want to know more about 학원s, then I'm an expert because I'm this 대치동 girl who had all kind of experience with all these extracurricular activities, who benefited and also got kind of tortured. Now that I'm all like finished with all my studies, I am happy and so grateful that I was able to have all kinds of experiences thanks to my parents. 과외 is tutoring, private tutoring. And I did this a lot too, especially piano and violin. And I also had a teacher come over to my place for painting, drawing, and every test period, every exam period, I had teachers who came over to my place teaching stuff. Also, I had a foreigner teacher. So she was a Canadian woman. And I was young. Like at that time when I had 영어 과외, I was like this age. 유치원 and 초등학교 저학년. 저학년 is lower grade. And 고학년 is higher grades. So from my 유치원 years, like from me like 5 to 8, 9, I had private English conversation tutoring. So I had this native English speaking person come over to my house and just chit chat with me. And that was 영어 과외. Okay, so that was it for today. This is the entire school system of Korea, and I think I covered all of it. And I feel so refreshed that I made one video covering everything because I had lots of questions. People asking me, hey Korean 언니, what is Korean school system? Hey Korean 언니, I want to know like how do you call middle school in Korea, high school in Korea, blah blah blah. This video is what you watch. Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon in another video. Subscribe to Korean 언니 for more contents about Korea, Korean language, Korean culture, Korea, whatsoever. I am the 언니 that you look for. 그럼 다음 시간에 봐요. 안녕!